Hi, welcome to 7 Facts. You've just stumbled upon the channel that holds hundreds of videos about this world's countries and states. If you're new here, I urge you to subscribe. There's no shortage of content, I promise. Jammu and Kashmir is the northernmost Indian state, located mostly in the mighty Himalayan mountains. The place is famous for its breathtakingly beautiful landscapes and numerous shrines that attract both Hindu and Buddhist pilgrims. But for the rest of the world, this state rings a bell for a different reason. It has been the subject of a territorial conflict between India, Pakistan and China for many decades, and thus it often appeared in the news for the wrong reasons. A part of the former princely state of Kashmir and Jammu, the region has been disputed by the regional powers ever since the 1940s. While the current state is entirely a part of India, the western and northern districts of the former princely state are a part of Pakistan, and the eastern Aksai Chin region belongs to China. Before the imminent independence of India, Jammu and Kashmir had a Muslim majority, so naturally Pakistan was expecting Kashmir to join their country. But the main political power of the region was secular and allied to the Indian National Congress. Thus India too was expecting Jammu and Kashmir to join them. In light of this indecision, rebellious citizens backed by Pakistan invaded the state in 1947. In response, the Maharaja asked India for military assistance. They received it, but only if Jammu and Kashmir would join India. Evidently, war broke out and the issue was never resolved. In fact, the years 1968, 1971 and 1999 saw 3 more wars between the two nations over this issue. In addition, China also had claims over this area, and another war broke out between India and China in 1962. The issue is of course much more complicated, and I advise you to read more about this subject if you're interested in more details. Jammu and Kashmir is a bit different from the rest of India. It enjoys a special autonomy regulated by the so-called Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. The article contains several provisions that limit or suspend other articles of the Indian Constitution within Jammu and Kashmir. It was always meant to be a provisional article until a proper constitution of this state would be adopted. But that constitution didn't come in time, so Article 370 still stands. Today, Jammu and Kashmir is still the only Indian state to have its own constitution and flag, and still enjoys a level of autonomy not found in any of the other states. As it always happens when political leaders can't resolve their issues, it's the common men and women, the ones that feel the very real repercussions. Due to these major conflicts, Jammu and Kashmir doesn't have a very good economy or infrastructure, although some progress has been made over the years and the situation is improving. However, as long as the territorial disputes are not solved and accepted by everyone, Jammu and Kashmir remains one of the most potentially dangerous places on earth. Another war would obviously be devastating, but look for a moment at this map and see if you can spot a problem. Don't know what I'm talking about? Well, India, Pakistan and China are all nuclear powers. If just one of these countries would ever decide to make use of their nuclear arsenal, Jammu and Kashmir would be leveled within hours. Such an action would of course have apocalyptic repercussions throughout the entire world, so let's just all hope that these 3 will never do something so reckless. Jammu and Kashmir's capital city is Srinagar, but only as long as it's summer. When winter comes, the city of Jammu becomes the capital of the state. Srinagar is a bustling city of over 1 million people and has been referred to as the Venice of the East. There's plenty to see in this historical city, so no tourist should be disappointed. Jammu is only about half the size of Srinagar, but is equally beautiful. In fact, tourism is the prime industry of the state's winter capital. Some of you might be wondering if there's any relation between the region of Kashmir and that special fabric famous throughout the world. Well, for one, the name Kashmir, also known as Pashmina, does come from the name of the state. Kashmir is made from the processing of the hair of the Capra hircus goat that lives on the Tibetan highlands in the Himalayas and principally in Mongolia. So why is it called Kashmir if the material does not come from the Kashmir region? Simply because the processing of the precious wool was first developed in the region of Kashmir as a result of the Silk Road. The name of this region has thus become the generic name of the fabric. As I said earlier in the video, Jammu and Kashmir is a breathtakingly beautiful place. It's dotted by countless shrines that are visited by thousands of devout pilgrims, and national and international tourists are also starting to make a comeback. And for good reason. A large portion of the state is situated in a high elevation valley, surrounded and divided by the Great Himalayas, with an average elevation of over 5,000 meters. Because of Jammu and Kashmir's wide range of elevations, its biogeography is incredibly diverse. And it's a land of extremes. While some regions are hot and can experience temperatures of over 40 degrees Celsius and little rain, others receive insane amounts of rainfall, and the higher you go, the colder it gets. Some high elevation areas can experience temperatures as low as -40 degrees. These were 7 facts about Jammu and Kashmir. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. Leave your comments downstairs and do check me out on Facebook and Twitter. If you want to support me, consider becoming a patron. You'll find the link in the description. I hope to see you next time. Bye.